Took a long time to drop a frustrating game last night. Beautiful hot night at Citi Field again. Yeah, the young Nats fans want to get after this one and get back even and hopefully win a series here tomorrow night. So the East looks like this. The Mets are 2 back. Braves, Marlins are really struggling. Phillies are actually playing as well as anybody in the division right now. But the Nats' bottom line is 2 ahead with 2 to go in this series. I don't think it's a coincidence. The same pitchers keep matching up against each other every time the Nats and the Mets get together, and that's no exception tonight.
Yeah, Joe Ross going to face the Mets for the second time in 3 starts. Did a good job the first time, but he's going up against a tough one in Jacob deGrom. When you go back to their last meeting on July 21st, did a good job. 6 1/3, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits, struck out 5 Mets. It's just typical Joe Ross start. He's not fazed by this situation, pounding the strike zone. Maybe had a little bad luck in that one, but this is the Mets ace. When you talk about what this guy's done in his last 12 starts, 7-2 with a 1.37 ERA, 91 strikeouts and just 11 walks. Opponents are hitting 157 in his last 12 starts against him. So a good pitching matchup again tonight, but Jacob deGrom is by far the Mets ace.
And don't forget that all-star appearance of his, which was one of the best in recent memories by any pitcher in either league, right in the middle of all that great pitching he's done for the last month or so. So when you're facing guys like this, FP, you better do the little things right. The Nats failed in that category last evening.
Well, yeah, it's like playoff baseball in October. You have to do little things right to win the ball games. You're not going to take these guys deep when you're facing guys like Clayton Kershaw, Zach Greinke, Matt Harvey. Last night, Tanner Roark had a big at-bat. He didn't get a bunt down. A single later, Jason Worth would have scored. Bryce Harper, after a Jason Worth leadoff double, grounds out to third base, trying to advance Jason Worth. So the little things add up, and if the Nats would have done the little things last night, they would have won that game 3-1. Turns out they were walked off 2-1. But if you want to win in October and you want to win big series, you have to do the little things.
Yeah, that's the old baseball adage. You do all those little things right for 6 months. You look up at the end of September, and you're in the playoffs. You've won. So the Mets aren't going away, it appears. The Nats keep trying to swat them away, but now they have Yoenis Cespedes in the lineup tonight.
Yeah, they have a big threat in the lineup, and it'll be interesting to see if Joe Ross goes around him or goes right after him. But when you talk about the Mets, I mean, they had the tough walk-off loss against the Padres. A lot of drama in Queens the last homestand, last couple of days. They're still finding ways to win. And with Wilmer Flores in the walk-off last night, they seem rejuvenated for sure.
Well, the Nats have a guy behind the plate tonight who, with his bat, has done plenty of damage against the Mets over the years, and that's Wilson Ramos. 2-run homer against them recently at Nats Park, opposite field. 337 career, 9 homers, 37 RBIs. The Buffalo looking to come up big tonight. you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you, and by Night Point Systems. They offer the technology you need when you need it. Bryce Harper fans on the concourse here. Mets fans trailing them. It's going to be an interesting game, too, tonight. Good pitching is on tap. Now the Nats have wrapped up another month, and for the second time this year, they played under 500 ball in a month's time. It was a 10-13 April when the offense just wasn't clicking. Then it was a +20 on the run side in an 18-9 May when the Nats won 2 out of every 3 games. 3 over in June. The runs kept on coming, but it's been a bit of a sparse July as the injuries took their toll, and -2 on the run side. Right now the Nats have scored 420 runs and given up 388. So, 2-game lead over the Mets. Plenty of support, getting the field ready, trying to focus in on game 2. Should be fun. Ross and DeGrom.
Go Nats! Go Nats! Woo! Go!
Good call on Bryce Harper, but Bryce got himself tossed.
It was an inconsistent strike zone all night. There was a called third to Ian Desmond, a called third to Jason Worth, and this called third to Bryce Harper. They could have went either way. This one, just a good frame job by Travis d'Arnaud, bought the call. And you can see Jerry Meals saying knock it off. He gave Bryce a little bit of room to vent. Bryce kept going at him. He got thrown out of the game, and his manager said afterwards that he has to stay in the ballgame, and we said as much last night during the broadcast. And Bryce's comments were pretty candid after the game. He said he thought Jerry Meals had a bad strike zone all night long, and he had to stick up for what was going on for his teammates. But you see a focused Bryce Harper ready to play this ball game, and it's a big one.
The Nats lineup pretty much the same. Wilson Ramos is in there tonight. And Lobaton was batting 8th last night, but the catcher when Ramos is in there bats 7th. So against DeGrom, Wilson 3 for 8, a homer, 4 RBIs. And he comes in with 5 home runs, 18 batted in his last 32 games. Rendon sits safely 4 of 5 games since coming back. Ryan Zimmerman has 4 hits in 4 games. And Jason Worth has at least 1 hit in 3 of 4 games since he has come back. Jacob DeGrom for the Mets tonight. And this guy's got all kind of stuff.
Yeah, no decision last time out, July 26th against the Dodgers. All he did was pitch 7 2/3 shutout innings. Gave up just 2 hits in those 7 2/3, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. 113 pitches his last start, 75 for strikes. Get this, he has struck out at least 8 batters and allowed no more than 2 hits 4 times this year. That's the most in the majors. And his last 12 starts, 7 2 with a 1.37. So he's got it going on, and the Nats are about to face the Mets ace. So the defense, some new guy in left field named Cespedes. Granderson moves to center tonight. Kelly Johnson in right. Tejada Murphy left side. Last night's hero Wilmer Flores at second base. Lucas Duda at first. And Travis d'Arnaud behind the plate.
Every move by Yoenis